What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Guys, a lot of things have been happening in the last 3 to 4 months. We've seen Keisha Cole get breast implants after she was dumped by Nico Kale, a guy that was like 17 years younger than her, and she had an NBA husband, Daniel Gibson. You've seen Amber Rose, who went from Kanye West, she went to Wiz Khalifa, 21 Savage, Alexander Edmonds, whatever his name is, and you've seen like Torrey Hart recently, who was with Kevin Hart and now crying about how he's moved on to somebody else. But see, we've also seen the decline of Brittany Renner, and I've done a show with the Brother Pill, me and LER movement yesterday, but I want to talk about the rapid decline of Brittany Renner. And I want to talk about the Chitlin Circuit tours. What is the Chitlin Circuit? That is the way in the old Black South that a lot of the gospel artists or gospel entertainers or entertainers was kind of trending in the African-American black market, right? Not that it was illegal, but you know, a lot of people would show up to towns in Alabama. They would show up to towns in Baton Rouge or in Louisiana, in certain parts of Kentucky, in certain black parts that only the African-American audience was privy to, really, okay? Juke joint, stuff like that. And they made their money on the Chitlin Circuit. One of the guys that was very powerful on that was Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry took his church plays during the Chitlin Circuit, okay? In the Chitlin Circuit down in the Bible Belt was a lot of money in how he got on. See, but the Chitlin Circuit is supposed to lead you to mainstream, right? You go to the Chitlin Circuit getting paid little money, right? Getting paid little dough, and then you go to the mainstream. But see, Brittany Renner has did the opposite. Brittany Renner found herself with Little Uzi Vert and Kevin Gates and every other Ben Simmons and Colin Kaepernick, all of the big entertainers of the time, right? She went from there to Jackson State. Homecoming. Tell Mama hide your sons. Now a lot of guys are upset about that and I understand it, right? But now let's talk about what we really mean here and what we're seeing as a conglomerate. Let's look at the whole thing at the macro level. What you're witnessing is the red pill dissecting itself in front of you. You're looking at it. If you think about it, Brittany Renner is saying, I'm gonna go hide your sons, right? Now that's a joke and it's kind of a trolling thing, and it could be serious. But see, what person comes to Jackson State, which is not even Division I, is 1AA? How do you go from messing with superstars to there? I can see if you were T.I. and you had a concert there and they paid you, it would make sense. But they didn't. Brittany Renner is going this route because at some point, that's what she has to do. Brittany Renner is no longer going to be considered an elite IG model. PJ Washington was dumb enough to do it. None of the other guys are dumb enough to do it. So because of that, she's relegated to being a beggar now. Now there's some guys that got some money that will still deal with her, but she won't be able to really get pulled by the elite. Nobody gonna marry her. That's really elite. Nobody gonna, some guys will trick on her, but the reality where it's going, you're going towards the Chitlin Circuit kind of tour.
Oh my God.
And that's what happens with a lot of ladies. Ladies start off kind of really in the big leagues, like athletes, and then as you get older, some of them, they kind of regress towards the lower levels of the guys that they can choose. Not all of them, but you see it with some of these Instagram models and some of these ladies like that, okay? Because in that time period, in the prime, you don't see these ladies choosing the guys that they should be dealing with. And I'm talking about specifically, I'm not talking about women who were corporate America and stuff like that. I'm talking about women like, particularly like these. you don't really see them make the right decision in the guy. Or they make the decision and they get divorced, thinking that the grass is going to get greener on the other side. And then what you see happening is their romantic decline. You saw it with Keisha Cole. And then their counterparts who they were with are doing really good. Like, for example, Keisha Cole was with Jeezy. They were going to get married. Keisha Cole was coming out saying this. Jeezy was saying that. Jeezy said, all right, fuck it. You do your thing, I'm going to do my thing. Keisha Cole goes to Nico Kale. An unknown, poor, I would say, unaccomplished singer. Still to this day, nobody knows Nico Kale outside of the fact that he's dealing with Keisha Cole. Now he's dealing with a Hispanic girl. Okay? Young Jeezy, or Jeezy, because he's now old Jeezy, ended up with Jeannie Mai, who's an Asian. Keisha Cole is left by herself with 2 children. Amber Rose. We know the story. We know her value chain. Okay? She's now single with kids. Torrei Hart. We talked about her. Kevin Hart. Now you're on the reel asking for, some support for your new podcast by yourself. Okay? And you see this play over and over again, but you're seeing it with Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner is going down that same path. And it shows that when women kind of choose this sort of lifestyle for themselves, it's not in longevity. And I want guys to understand this that are trying to impress certain Instagram models and things like that. You really want these women, and I understand that in these certain models, but you look for the longevity in the game, because a lot of things a lot of these black men are chasing, and some of these women are chasing, you're chasing things that are short term. The women that are looking for things in the longer term are gonna be doing well. Look at Beyonce. Beyonce is a long-term thinker. She took her talents, took her beauty, partnered it up with Jay-Z. Has it been perfect? No. She's doing very well. Look at Tom Brady's wife. Tom Brady is a very, 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 very successful quarterback. The best ever. Okay? But his wife is like what? One of the best Brazilian models of all time. She makes more money than him. I forgot her name right now. But his wife, she a long-term thinker. Okay? Giselle, long-term thinker. She's 41. She's worth millions of dollars. All right? Doing very, 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 very well. Thinking long-term. These other ladies are just doing it for the gram. No short-term interest. You're dealing with different guys. And at the end of the day, you're relegated, like Pinky. We're not gonna short picture, but Pinky, the ex-adult star. Look at her now. I mean, you guys remember but again, it's short-term thinking. And guys are trying to impress a lot of these ladies that are thinking in the short term. And the ladies that listen to this show, be long-term thinkers in what you do. Because you're gonna suffer in the long term, like these ladies are suffering. How do you go backwards? How do you go from being in one of the top elite chicks to going to like the homecomings in HBCUs? How do you do that? Because the options run out. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment in the top, and as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.